Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2024 Ldv T60 Max Plus. So let's check it out. So before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Central Coast Ldv, who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after an Ldv T60 or any of the range, go down and see them and tell them that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. And if these are the sort of videos that you enjoy, please consider subscribing. So at the front here, you've got the Ldv badge there, you've got a little camera under there, you've got this great big black grille, have a look at it. It's like some sort of big truck. And then you've got your driving lights down the bottom and your LED daytime running lights at the top there. And I think the front sort of has a bit of a mean look to it. I actually do, I actually like the colour. But what are your thoughts on the T60 Max? Have you got one of these, or have you got one on order? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the T60 Max are 18-inch wheels, and I think they suit the vehicle really nicely with that piano black. And you have a look at the wheel arch there, plenty of clearance, and you've got the trim piece over the wheel arch there as well. You've also got the side steps there, and this black trim piece down the bottom. Bi-turbo there, meaning that you got the bi-turbo. Nice black mirror cover there with the indicator. You have a look up there, you've got the nice roof rails. You've got things like the black handles. Now further back here, you do have this sort of trim piece here that they put on. It makes it more sporty looking. And I personally like this sort of thing. I think it sort of completes the back end of a lot of these utes that have them, but you will get people that will want to delete that. So at the back here, T60 Max, you've got SIAC motor, and you've got Ldv T60. You've got your parking sensors down the bottom there, and you do have a little camera just up there. You do have a step just here, which is really good. Sort of completes the back end of the T60. All right, let's go and have a look inside. So inside the T60 Max, and first impressions is it's nice in here. It sort of feels a bit more premium than the last time I was in one of these. First thing that takes my eyes catches my eyes is this center console part here. These big chunky handles you can hang on to, and I love the red stitching that goes around, and also around here the armrest, the seats, the steering wheel, just everywhere. So very cool. So you do have soft touch dash, which is good, and you know what, you get soft touch door trims, really nice with a bit of red stitching around it. It's very cool. So to the right of the steering wheel, you do have your mirror controls, you've got your headlight height control, and you've also got your auto hold button there as well. Steering wheel, really nice to hold actually. You've got a few buttons here. You've got some buttons here for the cruise control, and on the right hand side, you've got some buttons for your audio and phone controls there as well. Now behind there, you get paddle shifters, my favorite. And on the left stalk, you do have your indicators and wipers all in one, and on the right stalk, that's your gear selector there. Now, coming up to the dash in front, again, it looks really nice. Now, you can see you're in park on the left there, and it says how much fuel you got and your range till empty down the bottom. And then on the right-hand side there, you've got a few things there, your energy data, your trip computers, things like that. And then in the center there, you can just see you've got your safety features there. And if you're out, in and out of the lane, whatnot, if there's any cars around you, it's pretty cool. So coming over to the media screen, now this is an update from the last one, and LDV haven't made all the greatest media centers in the past, and they've been jittery, and you push it, nothing seems to happen. But with this one, it's a lot nicer and a lot more integrated, which is really, really good. And most of the features you do control from the screen. So we have things like a whole heap of settings for different things. You do control the headlights from here as well, your headlamps and fog lamps from the screen as well. There's no place around the steering wheel to get that. You do have some car settings there, a whole heap of different bits and pieces. You've also got phone, Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got AM, FM radio stations there. You've got music from a Bluetooth device or a USB, and you've got albums. You can actually store photos and things like that. And you've also got the climate control, which is dual zone there. And you can see, and again, it's all touch screen. You can touch the fan speed controls by touching the bottom there. You can touch whether it's on your face or on the window, on your legs. Further down, you've got a few buttons there. Window demisters, your fan speed, you've got your temperature, and then you can go back to the home screen there. And further down, you do have your ventilation. You've also got your four-wheel drive selector there, so auto, 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. You've got your handbrake or finger brake, and then to the right of that, you do have a wireless phone charger. I quite like that. So further below the wireless charger, you could store a few things here, even though I think it's a little bit slippery, things would slide around. If you open this, you do get 2 cup holders there. And the armrest, very, very nice and soft, and I love the red stitching. If we open that right up, you do also get a 12-volt plug, 2 USBs, so you do get a fair bit of space in there as well. And the seats, I love the leather and the red stitching. It makes it that sportiness to it. But I will say these are a little bit on the harder side. They're not as soft as other seats that I have sat in. And the glove box. You know what, reasonably big, you get your books in there and a couple of iPads easily. All right, let's go and have a look in the back. So in the back of the T60, now first impressions is, you know what, it's reasonably comfortable back here for me. Now I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters, and if you have a look, I've got plenty of headroom. Knee room's good, leg room and foot room is also really good as well. And the only thing I will say is my knees do sit up a bit. The back of my legs are high up off the seat rather than on the seat, which I would have preferred, but they could have angled the seat slightly. Maybe next time they can have a look at that. Other than that though, it's really, really nice in here. And I love the red stitching, how they continued with that in the back. Now you do get 2 ISOFIX spots there and 2 behind me. And the armrest, really, really comfortable. And you get 2 cup holders in there as well. Now for the passengers, or rear passengers, you do get air vents. You also get a single USB, and you get map pockets in either of the seats, which is really good. All right, let's go and check out the tray. So in the tray of the T60 Max, so if I open this up, if I let it go, thanks to the 2 struts, it goes down nice and easily. Now you've got the tray liner or bed liner. You do have some tie down points, and you can carry up to 830 kilos in the back here, which is really good. Now the dimensions are 1485 millimeters long, 1510 millimeters wide, 1131 millimeters between the width between the wheel arches, and 530 millimeters high. So yeah, you can fit a fair bit of stuff in the back here, which is really good. All right, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So onto the bonnet of the T60. So here we have a 2-litre, 4-cylinder, bi-turbo diesel engine, and it produces 160 kilowatts of power and 500 newton meters of torque. And that's mated to an 8-speed ZF auto, driving primarily the rear wheels. Now, LDV claim that the T60 uses 8.9 litres per 100 kilometres. I think that's pretty good for a ute this size. All right, let's go for a drive. So we're in the T60 Max. So vision out the front is really good straight ahead and towards the passenger side, as the rear vision's quite high up. Rear vision is actually pretty good. It's reasonably wide and reasonably deep. You sort of get a little bit of view of what's in the tray there. But you do have your 360 cameras and your parking sense to aid in that. Vision out the sides, you know, really good, big windows, and the mirrors are big and square, and you get a good field of vision out of that. So I've just chose a bumpier stretch of road. We're just going to see how the T60 performs. And you know what, it does soak up the bumps, but it is on the bumpier side, I will say. Sort of get bumped around a little bit with this, so, but it is designed to go on and off road. So, and steering, yeah, steering is quite nice. You got a couple of different steering responses you can adjust in the settings. It's on sports at the moment, and it does feel reasonably light, which is good. Well, what's the acceleration like from the T60? Well, let's find out. Not bad, guys. It's very smooth. It gets up and goes. A little bit of hesitation right at the start, but once the turbos kick in, it actually gets going. So, yeah, very nice indeed. When using the paddles, though, I've found that it sort of hesitates in each gear as it goes through the gears. So, me personally, I would just leave it in drive if you can have it in sport mode, but it seems to be very smooth. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.